Good morning. Welcome to our Easter podcast series. We are exploring the incarnation. Jesus came. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Jesus moved into the neighborhood. Emmanuel, God with us. Last week we talked about how Jesus came with an attitude. Philippians chapter 2 reveals that Jesus came with an attitude of humility, selflessness, and obedience. And so we are called to embrace the attitude or the mind of Christ. In John 13, we see those values in action. In the upper room on Thursday night before the resurrection, Jesus introduced the Lord's Supper. He explained that the bread represented his body, which was broken for us, the sacrifice, and the cup represented his blood, the life-giving act of atonement. His blood was shed for us. Hebrews reminds us that without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of sin. That same night, Jesus also washed the disciples' feet. We often see this as a special act, a sacrament, or an ordinance, but in reality, it was an ordinary activity. Walking in sandals on dusty roads meant that when you came home, it was necessary to wash the dust, the muck, and grime off your feet before you sat down and had a meal. The washing was often done by oneself or by a servant. It was a very menial, necessary task. Jesus took a towel and a basin and washed his disciples' feet. In fact, Jesus told Peter, "If I don't wash your feet, you can have no part of me." Jesus came to serve others in a most ordinary way. He saw the need and embraced the task to serve. Some of the most powerful acts of kindness and love are when we willingly take on the serving task. It's more than a serve day or a planned activity. It is learning to see the opportunity to serve others and take up the towel. It is certainly our way of life. Jesus did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Would you pray and ask God to show you ordinary, menial tasks that need to be done so that you can express or live out your faith? God calls us to serve, but it is our responsibility to see and to serve. Jesus came to set an example for us in how to live life every day, how to look for opportunities in life to serve others, be willing to sacrifice if necessary, serve out of love, and give all the glory to God. Thanks for joining us. God bless and have a great week.